What I wanted to show you is what you're going to do to secure your data on the data workflow. Once you've got your data, you might have gotten simultaneous backups while shooting to the card and also to the compact flash drive. A third simultaneous recording could have been an external recorder like a Convergent Design Nano Flash, an Object Key Pro, or anything that will record HDMI, right? You've got that data. You might even have 3 backups of it, but you're still not really safe. You want to edit this material, but you also want to be able to archive your material. What happens to hard drives? Hard drives crash. So it's a fact of life. They have a certain half-life. Even if they last as long as your project needs them, who knows 2 years from now if that hard drive is going to turn back on, or if the Thunderbolt-only computers are still going to have a FireWire interface to connect to your aged hard drives. So we're looking now for a medium where we can finish up our data workflow, where we can actually put it on the shelf and come back to it 10 years from now when your client says, oh, I need all my archival material. For that, Sony has another fantastic medium for us, and it's disk-based. All right, they call it XDCAM. You may be familiar with XDCAM EX, which is the S/S cards from the EX1, the EX3, etc. This is just XDCAM, blank, no 2 letters at the end. XDCAM is a disk-based media, which is actually the professional version of Blu-ray discs. The same way that the Beta SP was the professional version of the Beta Max, the XDCAM Disc is developed, it's sort of the big brother to the Blu-ray disc technology. What are some advantages of this XDCAM disc? Number 1, it's media. It's media that you can hand off to somebody, and it's media that can sit on the shelf with a half-life of 50 years. All right, Sony warranties this media for 50 years, which means 50 years from now, if you've stored some media on here, and it is then corrupted, Sony will give you back your money for the disc. Pretty impressive. But the point being, you won't have to. Once you capture your media to this disc, it will be good for 50 years. You've got the Jesse Miller guarantee. So how do you sort of manipulate this data? Well, it requires an XDCAM disc adapter. All right? And so what I've got here on my desk is a PDW U1, or if I could direct your attention to the monitor in the room, Sony's also released a PDW U2. All right, what are the differences? Well, the PDW U2 is a USB 3.0 connection. PDW U1, which is currently available, only USB 2. Benefit of that, it'll work on a Mac, which is nice. PDW U2 is backwards compatible. It will handle some USB 2.0 connections. But the real benefit of the PDW U2 is it can handle quad-layer XDCAM discs for 128 gigs. 128 gigs and extremely fast read and write speeds at USB 3.0. Let's put that graphic away for a second because we're not on a PDW U2 here. We're on a PDW U1. PDW U1, you can buy it for $32.95. The benefit of it is you can operate on these 23 gigabyte discs, which cost about $30. You can also operate on 50 gigabyte discs. All right, it's probably double the price, double the capacity, something like that. So I'm going to put this 23 gigabyte disc into the reader. It's connected via USB. I want to free you guys from your FireWire addictions. Okay, it's no longer about live AVC control. It's now all about file transfers. And USB 3.0 is a little bit faster for file transfer. So we're not really doing live video streaming back and forth over USB. What we're doing is file capture and file writing back to the disk. So Verge, check out my desktop, if you will, for our viewers at home. Once I insert that disk, as long as my PDW U1 is connected to my desktop, in just a moment you will see this XDCAM disc pop up as an actual drive mounted on my system. There it is, XDCAM. Do you guys all see that? XDCAM right here. So I can pop this guy open, and what I've got is a 23 gigabyte removable storage media to which I could store anything I wanted. Now in this case, I might want to store some of my AVC cam HD footage on it. In your case, if you've got an EX3, you might want to store your BPAV files. Or if you've been shooting, on some P2 cards and you want to archive them on a medium that'll last you 50 years, you simply drag that footage right over to this XDCAM disc. Your PDW U1 will write the files right onto the, you can even make your own directories here. So as much as the discs are a medium for cameras to record on the PDW 500, PDW 800, et cetera, They are also a medium for storage and archiving your volatile disk and flash drive-based media. Once you've done it, printing it to a hard drive is simply not enough. The value and the benefit of these XDCAM discs is that you can put 23 gigs, 50 gigs, or on a PDW U2, 128 gigs of storage. 128 like the FMU 128 flash drive, the entire contents of one of those flash drives, onto a quad-layer disk and put it on the shelf, and now you've archived your footage and it's good for 50 years. So, Billy Corbin was on our show a couple months ago, and he was nervous because hard drives crashed, and he didn't have a method for archiving his material. Problem solved. All right? If I went a little too fast for you, be sure to send us an email. Be sure to give us a phone call. Talk to Midtown Video about digitally archiving your digital media, and we'll solve your problems for you.